Was trying to do this video live, but for some reason I couldn't do it, so I'm recording this. So I want to touch upon the subject of legalized marijuana. Now, there is a very real and rational reason why legalized marijuana is important, very important for all of us. The track record of marijuana is that in every research, every study, every poll, basically whatever you want, however you want to contextualize it, marijuana is not a gateway drug, not a health risk. It's fairly benign, and all these conventional and conservative views is basically driven by the monetary is based on money. Basically, legalizing it, and also saving face, because they've used the war on marijuana as one of the big things on the war on drugs, and so on and so forth. And there was a interesting documentary I watched that had to do with about the fabrication of the AIDS virus and how it was all driven to make money, but it also touches upon on drug manufacturing and drug manufacturers. And as we have so many of us have come to know that the legal drugs are often the case is actually the ones that are poisoning us and exacerbating the health issues that millions of us suffer from. I mean, look at all the class action suits against drug manufacturers and the horrible things that come up on it. Never mind the opioid crisis. And that is a crisis that was engineered and manufactured by the pharmaceutical industry. So, getting back to the issue of marijuana, the simple fact of the matter is that marijuana does not have that addictiveness, does not lead to further health issues. If anything, it corrects in a far more benevolent way health issues, and the applications that it can be used on health issues is ever widening. Now, can I say that there's no bias? There probably is. Can I say that there may not be some artificial elements to all this goodness of marijuana? There probably is. But until such a time that there is some actual concrete evidence showing otherwise, right now marijuana is a far cry better. And so when legislation on the federal level and the state level, it should be for, and I don't like to use the word recreational, because we shouldn't be recreational using any medicinal application such as marijuana. That's just asking for trouble, and it is not sane or rational. So I think legalized marijuana for general use without doctor's prescription, because when you apply that you need a doctor's permission for use, you're basically handing another artillery arsenal for the economic perversity that capitalism has demonstrated itself to be. Capitalism is a self-destructive system that puts me above everything else, regardless of realities. And capitalism will make it so that with this me, and we will, those who get into the stratosphere of capitalism can do every considerable immoral, unethical, unhonorable, and vile, villainous, malicious, you name it. They can do all of it, and they will do all of it. And it's been demonstrated over and over again, and it keeps coming out. And the corrupt criminality that it fosters in our political system, and our business, and economics, and social, mental, and physical, and diversion is. There can be no arguments on this. But the most evil part of it is that it fosters this ruthlessness, this self-absorption, and it permeates and infects the public at large, taking otherwise compassionate and rational people to think in terms that is not only self-destructive, but combative. And it seems to wipe out any sane rationality and logic. And basically, the foundations seem to create the destruction of community and community values. And every fabric of modern contemporary society is attacked with a vengefulness that is just catastrophic. It puts us in a pseudo life, meaning that we're not actually living life, we're living in a delusion. And we keep backing up this delusions with more illusions because we keep buying into it, and we keep fighting inconsequential things, making small, meaningless matters into a nuclear and apocalyptic proportions. What we need to understand is that it is the unequal elitism that is generated within capitalism that strips away ethics, morals, compassion, empathy, and dehumanizes us and makes us into the metaphorical demons and devils that we know, even if we are not religious. And that is on the road to a evil that is self-inflicted. So, as I said, on the matter of marijuana, Legalizing is a step in the right direction, but legalizing it where it's brought into the capitalistic system, where the control is taken away and the freedom to use it, that will only generate more inequality, more insanity, and more perversity. So, we shouldn't stop with just legalizing marijuana. We should decriminalize all drug use. We should decriminalize prostitution, because that's just perverse. Because we are literally handing over the control of our mind, body, and spirit, freedom and welfare, compassion and empathy to the few, to the unjust, to the unequal. Because it's the monster that we help to create. Because we are part of the arms and legs and body of the monstrosity that's self-inflicted. Thank you.